Hey, English learners! Welcome back to our podcast, where you can improve your English through simple, natural conversations about real life stories. I'm Emma.
And I'm Daniel. It's great to have you with us again.
Daniel, how are you feeling today?
Honestly, I'm doing pretty well. But I had a really busy few days, so I'm a little tired. You know when you have a lot to do and your brain just doesn't want to slow down?
Oh, absolutely. I know that feeling. My weekend was much quieter. I stayed home, made some food, watched a movie, and just enjoyed having some peaceful time.
That sounds perfect. Sometimes we don't need an exciting weekend. Sometimes we just need a little space to breathe.
Exactly. And then comes that moment when the weekend is almost over.
Oh no, Sunday evening.
Yes, Sunday evening. Your body is relaxing, but your brain suddenly says, wait a minute, tomorrow is Monday.
And suddenly you remember everything. Work, school, emails, appointments, things you forgot to finish.
Your body is on the sofa, but your mind is already running through tomorrow's schedule.
And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. How to stay positive when life feels difficult.
Because, let's be honest, being positive is easy when everything is going well.
But what happens when you receive bad news? When you're worried about money? When you make a mistake? Or when you simply wake up feeling tired and unmotivated?
That's when positivity becomes really important. Not fake positivity. We're not saying everything is perfect when it clearly isn't.
Right. We're talking about finding a little light when the day feels dark.
And today's episode is perfect for English learners around the B1 level. We'll use clear, natural English, but we'll also introduce some useful expressions you can use in everyday conversations.
And if you're closer to A2, don't worry. You don't need to understand every single word the first time. Listen slowly, pay attention to the context, and come back to the episode later.
Before we begin, we have a small favor to ask.
If you enjoy this episode, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who is also learning English.
And here's a simple question for you. Where are you listening from? And what are you doing right now?
Maybe you're listening on your way to work. Maybe you're sitting at home with a cup of coffee.
Or maybe you're studying English before going to bed.
Write one short sentence in the comments. We'd love to know where our listeners are around the world.
It's amazing to think that people from different countries can be sitting in completely different places, but they're all here learning together.
It's like one big international English classroom.
All right, Daniel, let's get into today's topic. I want to start with something simple but powerful. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can often control what you do next.
I like that.
I learned this recently. I woke up feeling negative, thinking about bills, unfinished work, and problems that hadn't even happened yet.
So basically, overthinking.
Exactly. You keep asking, what if this happens? Then you pick up your phone, scroll through social media, read bad news, and somehow feel even worse.
That sounds familiar.
Me too. That morning, I stayed in bed scrolling for 20 minutes. My problems didn't change, but I felt much worse.
So, what did you do?
I told myself, I don't need to fix everything today. I just need to make the next 10 minutes better.
I like that idea.
I put my phone away, opened the curtains, drank some water, and went for a short walk.
And that small change helped?
Yes, my problems were still there, but I felt calmer and more in control.
So, you didn't change your situation. You changed your direction.
Exactly. Sometimes that's all we need.
I think the mind is like a garden. If you keep feeding it fear and negative thoughts, they grow.
And if you give it gratitude, hope, and kindness, those can grow too.
But being positive doesn't mean pretending everything is fine.
Absolutely. You can have a bad day. You can feel tired or upset. Being positive means believing that a difficult moment doesn't have to control your whole day.
So, what should we do when we're having a difficult day?
Don't ask, how can I fix everything? That's too big. Ask, what small thing can I do right now to make the next 10 minutes better?
Take a walk?
Make some tea.
Put your phone away.
Open a window. Listen to something relaxing. Or simply take a few slow breaths.
One small action may not change your life.
But it can change the direction of your next few minutes.
And small choices, repeated every day, can become habits.
Exactly. You build a positive mindset little by little. One thought, one choice, one small action.
But what if the worries don't go away? What if your mind keeps thinking about the same problem?
That's our next topic. What to do when your mind simply won't slow down, especially at night.
When everything is quiet, but your brain suddenly wants to think about everything.
I know that feeling.
Me too. Let's talk about it.
Sometimes my brain worries about everything. The news, money, other people's opinions, even things that might never happen.
Exactly. Sometimes my body was exhausted, but my mind was wide awake. And most of the things I was worrying about weren't even under my control.
Exactly. One night I thought, why am I trying to solve the whole world's problems at midnight?
That's overthinking.
Definitely. One small worry became another until my mind created a huge story around something that wasn't even happening. So that night, I tried something different.
What did you do?
I took a piece of paper and made two lists: things I can control and things I cannot control.
Simple, but useful.
On the first list, I wrote things like my daily choices, how I spend my time, whether I exercise, and how I talk to myself.
And the second list?
Other people's opinions, the past, the news, the weather, and what might happen in the future.
So you separated what was your responsibility from what wasn't.
Exactly. And I noticed something surprising. Most of my worry was about things I couldn't control.
That's exhausting.
It really is. So I made a simple rule. If something is outside my control, I can acknowledge it, but I don't have to spend hours worrying about it.
What do you do instead?
I ask myself, is there one small thing I can do right now? If I'm worried about an unfinished task, I work on it for 15 minutes. If I'm worried about a friend, I send them a message. If I'm worried about my health, I take a walk.
So you move from worrying to doing.
Yes, even one small action can make you feel more in control. Then I try to let the thought pass instead of fighting it. Sometimes I sit quietly and take a few slow breaths.
Does that help?
Yes, I remind myself I don't need to solve everything tonight. Right now, I just need to breathe. Because positivity isn't always about feeling happy or excited.
Sometimes it's simply feeling calm enough to take the next step.
So here's our second lesson. Don't spend all your energy worrying about things you can't control, because one small action can give you more peace, confidence, and hope.
Focus on what you can control, even if it's something very small. Small, positive choices can change the direction of your day.
And maybe that's the biggest lesson of all. Your life is not a race, and you don't need to compare your journey with someone else's.
Exactly. You may not be where you want to be yet, but that doesn't mean you're not making progress.
Focus on your own steps. Celebrate the small wins. And remember that you don't have to have everything figured out today.
One small choice, one positive thought, and one day at a time.
I love that. And if you're having a difficult day, be patient with yourself. Tomorrow is another chance to start again.
And before you go, if you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.
And we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and tell us, what is one small thing you do when you're having a difficult day?
Your answer might help someone else who is going through the same thing.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We hope today's conversation gave you something useful to think about.
And remember, you can't control everything that happens in life, but you can always choose your next step.
Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, one small step can make a big difference.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.